translate, and also it is also the analysis of the aspect of human, like human culture, human behavior, and also their experience. The reason why the scientists study about the constructivism is in order to know the human behavior. Actually, if we don't know the human behavior acts like the house, it doesn't have growth. And also each of the system in each of company or organization, they also has structure. As I mentioned, if the organization or company it doesn't have structure, it also acts like the house, it doesn't have growth. And aspect in the slideshow, the structural or descriptive school of linguistics. It is the school provider to provide to the student to follow all the steps of the principle of the school, and also like scientific principle to observation of human language. Actually, this is the reason why that they find out the reason of the human language, also to after they found, and then they're gonna have solution. The last language could be demand or can be get away, sometimes can be positive or negative, get away and take it as a part, but in small piece or unit, and also can be add up again to the form of the whole.
Does it?
Good evening and good evening everybody. Today I'm so delighted that the teacher for me to present about my topic, talk about the rationalism and cognitive psychology. First one, talk about the alternative, the transformational school of linguistic, Noam Chomsky. Mr. Chomsky is the one who created the generative transformational school. And the second point of human language cannot be characteristic simply in terms of observable stimuli and response or the volume of raw data gathered by file language. The second point interested only on not only the describing language but also in arriving and explore naturally the world of adequacy in the study of language. This point it means language not only a descripting, but it and the explanatory level of adequacy in the study of language. And the third important distinction between the observable aspect of a language and the hidden world of meaning and those that give birth or generate observable linguistic performance. For this point, it means the important distinction is get the birth or generate observable. And the last point, cognitive psychologists sought to discover underlying motivation and deeper structure of human behavior by using a rational approach. This one we can compare between the student have high education and one more the student low education. For compare between two students when they speak, it can the people high education is speak good the meaning than the people low education, and all this point talk about the practice or principles of boxing opinion and actions on reason and knowledge rather than one religious belief or emotional response. Yes, thank you.
That's it, right? Okay, good, thank you.
First, I would like to say to every teacher and hello everyone in the class this week. I will explain you about constructivism. And I want you to clear about the definition of constructivism. Constructivism just like the collecting somebody or something as the group and clear and specific that more. And I will show you about three main points about constructivism, learning or acquisition. The first, individual connective. For this point, individual connective, it can be us. It can be real us, no, or clear or specific, and has overacting as well. And the second point, timeable and space. We can develop our schedule or timeable and can be prepare it beyond time, or something can management our time clearly, just like we can cooperate with our group or manage our group to do something beyond time or submit as our assignment to the teacher on time as well. And the last point about social interaction or social cultural. That means we could be predict or could develop our emotional with socio-cultural clearer.
That is this main part of the school of thought in Japan language acquisition that we focus on the three. One structural reason, behaviorism, rational, and cognitive physiology, constructivism. That I guess that the three main parts that we focus on, that we learn from the theory, from the famous people, or can be the way that we need to, or we can say that we must to learn from the second language. The first one we can say talk about the theory from the Leonard Bloomfield, Edward Sapir, and Charles Hawking. That we can say that the structuralism and behaviorism that we learn, the descriptive school of linguistics, or can we talk about observation of human language, and one more thing to learn to investigation. That we could say that we learn to know about the structure of the second language, and we learn to know how to combine about something that can be the constructive or whatever. We can add something new to the people to prepare to the second language learner like this. And one more thing that we talk about rationalism and cognitive psychology. Then we talk about the way that the generative transformational school of languages, human language, interest not only in descripting language, but also in writing a planetary or important distinction between all the way and one more thing that we talk about psychology. That we can say that we learn the way that we learn from can be the generative transformational from the linguistic or some be structure or rational approach. That we could say that it may be different from the first one part that talk about structuralism and behaviorism. That means at the first part we learn about the structure and behavior of the human or whatever from the second language. But at this slide, this page that we talk about rational and cognitive, that we get learn the way to learn from the transfer from generative or important that this distinction between the observation aspect of learning and the hidden level of meeting or generate observation linguistic performance. And the last one to talk about Constructivism. That is the rest about one theory after two famous theory or rather that the one Chin, Pickett and Leo Vygotsky. That both of him that about Pickett that strength the importance of individual connective develop as a relative solitary act. And while logical timetable, the state of develop social interact learn what develop at the night moment in time. With Vygotsky, social interact was found in cognitive development and rejected the emotion of predetermined stages. That is, we can talk about the what that means can be said that the emotion, like can be we learn to know about the emotion or timetable or the state of develop, or can be some part that talk about social interaction and what yes, that is and extra and more, yes. So I can say that this is the important part or important point that we could as a second language learner must to learn to know about one structure and behavior, two rational and cognitive physiology, and the last one constructive. That can be the part that we could learn to know about human, about how to transfer it, and one more about emotion like this. Yes. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
Yeah.